ecstatic because he is my sponsor in the business. I just truly respect who he is. He has a business background, so he has that business acumen. Formerly, worked on Wall Street. He is in our nation's capital, whereas he is a political appointee. He works very closely with the mayor. He's in real estate development in the DC area. Guys, not only that, this man found time to get involved with this little old business you're about to see. So having those strong accolades and that very strong business background, he saw this and jumped on board very quickly. To me, it's truly about putting that stamp of credibility on who we are and what this opportunity can do. So despite his very busy schedule with everything I just shared with you, this man is also one of the top 10 income earners in the entire company. He is what we call a regional diamond, and he is here today to show you guys this amazing opportunity. Please help me welcome my business partner, my sponsor, my friend, regional diamond, Mr. Jason Cross.
Hey everybody! Let's give it up for Tanya Mizell and team, everybody. I have to give it right back to my friend and partner, Tanya Mizell. Come together, make some things happen, and it's just been an absolute blast. I love coming down here to Raleigh, Durham, North Carolina. Come here every 60 days or so, every 60, 90 days or so, just because it is absolutely on fire here. So let's also acknowledge the entire team here coming together, number 2 in all of vacation. I'm so proud of you. So, Tanya, thank you so much for the invitation. There's nowhere else I would rather be, and I too have expectation today for something great. And I want to go ahead and just acknowledge again all of our guests, those maybe taking a look at vacation for the first or second time. Just raise your hands. Let's again salute all of our guests this morning. Well, I want to just begin by really acknowledging all of you for accepting the invitation, because I gotta be honest. When I first was invited to take a look, I actually had some skepticism. Anybody been there? Right? Right? A little bit negative, maybe skeptical, cynical, right? Anybody relate to that? Yeah. Okay, and what happened though, I was in a place in my life where not everything was working for me from a financial standpoint. And I'm so glad a mentor told me, you can't be both broke and skeptical. And so he just encouraged me to just have an open heart and mind to receive some information, and that I might catch a blessing, right? And so that's really where we come from this morning, is a sharing a blessing. That might be okay, perfect. Thank you. Just let me know where to be, George. That's perfect, right? So here's what happened. I was actually on Wall Street. I was working full time on Wall Street. I'm good? Okay, perfect. And I did everything that I was told to do. My mother sacrificed so greatly for me. She gave me an incredible education. Did everything that I was supposed to do. Went to school, got a great job, and then what happened was I got affected by the economy. Now, is there anybody here in the audience today that's been affected by the downturn in the economy? Or you know someone who's been affected, right? Well, I rode that thing all the way into the ground. Okay? To the point that I needed something to work for me financially. So let me just take inventory. Is there anybody who is looking for a breakthrough, an increase financially right now? Show of hands. Okay. Is there anybody who is open and looking for a breakthrough in lifestyle and increase? Is there anybody here who has some passports that need to be stamped? Okay. Well, because I took the invitation, right? The lifestyle has just been gone through the roof, and more importantly, and this is where Tanya just nailed it, to be able to make a difference and impact so many different people's lives, that's what's been so powerful with this vacation opportunity. So, today, we believe that it is absolutely an amazing world, and you should see it. We already established there are people out there looking to save money. Anybody open to saving money today? Yeah. Okay. Anybody looking to be able to have more time? As Tanya mentioned, there's nothing like your time. Each and every one of us know how much money we have or don't have. We don't know how much time we have. And time is the most valuable commodity in life, because you cannot save it like money or food, right? How about a tax refund, right? Who's up for that? Well, this is a very powerful vehicle inside of home-based business taxes, and so today we're going to show you how to supplement your income, but here's the key, y'all, without having to get 2 jobs. Right? How do we know a lot of times 2 jobs is for 2 people? Right? Because here's how it works. It looks like it's attractive, but what it does is it saps our time. Doesn't it take us away from the people that we love the most? Right? And in many cases, that extra job puts us into an extra tax bracket and they take more of that money. Okay? So we need to be looking at a second business, right? Get paid for what you and your family and friends are already doing. Show of hands, how many of y'all like to travel? Yes indeed, look at all the hands. You should see your faces too. I just mentioned the word travel and I see just so much excitement on people's faces. Because isn't travel adult recess? Yes. Can we agree with that? Well, did you like recess like me in school? Who else liked recess as a period? Who got an A in recess? I knew it. So Janice, here's what we did. We actually asked 100 people. Timing, money, no issue. What's the one thing you want to do more of? What's the answer? Right? Somebody say, yeah, man! Yeah! Yep, relaxing poolside in the grill. In fact, here's what happened. I was actually going back and forth to the grill. I had some success inside of real estate, middle 2000s. I was going back and forth to the grill so often, I had a Jamaican cell phone, y'all. So a colleague of mine said, you need to take a look at this travel business because you need to run the travel through yourself. That make sense? Okay. Now, I respected her. MBA from the Wharton School of Business, right? So, luxurious Dubai. Somebody say Dubai.
Dubai.
This is on my bucket list, right? This is on my bucket list, and I said, you know what? Before too long, I want to experience my bucket list now. I don't have to wait many years from now. Who else feels me on that? Right, let's get these bucket list experiences out of the way now. So we'll be here in December. I'm committed to doing some research for Dubai for you all. I'll do the research in Dubai, right? Now the great thing about travel is that it's the largest and sexiest industry in the world, and Larry, no one's allergic to it. Is it okay that we don't have any taste tests here? Is that okay? Is it okay that there's nothing to try on? Do you like that fact? See, I've never had someone come to me and say, you know what, Jason, I tried that vacation thing and it just didn't work out for me. Right? So this is a rejection-proof business. Everybody wants what we have. They either are traveling or what? Or they want to. We can help them. That's the key word here. We can help them get that done. Now, is it okay if I ask you to put your business hats on this morning? Is that okay? So travel is actually a multi-trillion-dollar industry. And in the United States alone, it's $1.3 trillion. Now, I had to look up how many 0 trillion was, right? But I do remember this from school. Anything illion, we got in. Right? We were just in, right? But it's actually 12 zeros, Jennifer. 12 zeros. And the tough part about that is, let's break it down. 3.4 billion, somebody say billion. Billion. A day. Today, $3.4 billion. Today. $148 million an hour is spent in travel. Right? $2.5 million a minute? And how about this? $40,000 a second spent on travel. How much of that do y'all want? All of it. All of it? Save some for your neighbor, right? Right? But can we agree that it's big enough, right? It's big enough for all of us to be able to benefit. Does that make sense? Yeah. It's awesome. Now that's just the United States. Check this out here. It's $8 trillion globally, approaching 9. Look at these multi-billion-dollar industries. The automobile industry, hundreds of billions, right? IT, technology, hundreds of billions, right? The wellness industry, pills, potions, lotions, right? Special magic berries, right? All that. Those are of billions of dollars, right? Look at travel. Give it up for travel, y'all. Right? Now, a mentor of mine told me very early on, he said, if you want to have the opportunity to create wealth in your life, help a whole lot of people, help communities, you will follow some trends that are taking place. Specifically, you will identify the baby boomers. Because baby boomers are driving trends right now. Right? And on our team, in this business, we celebrate our baby boomers. Isn't that right, Tanya? So, I'm going to let you know this. So, if you were born between 1946, 1964, you're the ones who've been driving trends since the 40s. Gerber Baby Foods, you made that $1 billion company. Right? Mattel Toys, Tonka Trucks, you made those $1 billion companies. The Ford Mustang exploded. Real estate in the 1970s exploded because all y'all needed your first house. And for the very first time now, you all are turning 60 at the rate of 10,000 a day. And because of you, baby boomers, we have the opportunity to create wealth. Let's recognize all of our baby boomers born between 1946 and 1964. We recognize y'all. Those boomers. Somebody say, thank you, boomers. Thank you, boomers. Every 20 seconds, you're turning 60 years of age. And can we agree that 60 is the new 40? Yeah. Right? I mean, this population, they're not talking about rocking grandbabies on the porch. Right? They may do that. But they're also talking about rocking out on 14-day Mediterranean cruises. Travel added to that trend. Travel is the #1 research category on the internet. Right? Now, the funny thing is, Tiffany, we see the traffic go through the roof between the hours of 9 to 5. No one in this room, I know work ethic is beyond measure here, but you've seen some of your coworkers with the screen turned to the side, and you see a beach picture up there, right? That's research, okay? So, #1 product online, and everyone you know wants to travel or is already traveling. Bells and whistles should be screaming opportunity for you right now, right? With these facts, okay? Because these are just facts. We're going to convert that into a solid income opportunity for you. Now, David Manning, he's the architect of vacation travel, extreme travel. He actually is a compensation plan design specialist. We'll bring my partner up here in a moment. You're going to see, and then later in the afternoon, you are really going to see how this man here is a genius when it comes to designing compensation plans. All right? Great reputation inside of the travel industry. Mark Camp, he served as our president. He's built many organizations to, huge heights. Very well documented inside of this home-based business arena. And my partner, my sponsor, Mr. Donald Bradley, is actually the VP of marketing right now. Literally today, as we speak, he is opening up a vacation opportunity in London, y'all. How powerful is that? So we all know that organizations rise and fall on leadership, yes? Okay, so we are very well established here. Extreme travel, vacation. This is the incredible marriage that we have here. Extreme Travel is a 12-year-old licensed and bonded brick-and-mortar travel agency headquartered out of the greater Dallas area, okay, in Texas. And we've actually had some incredible success over the last 12 years. We've booked millions and millions and millions of dollars worth of travel, and vacation is the marketing arm. In fact, only about 2 years old as a marketing arm. Now, let me break this down for you. What this means is that you have the established credibility of a 12-year-old company, so we're not a startup, but yet you've got the fresh branding of vacation as the marketing arm. All that adds up to being in the right place at the right time to take this to heights that you've never seen before inside of this industry. Now, we've also earned top honors and awards from billion-dollar brands in travel. Who's heard of Carnival Cruise Lines? Largest in the world. Who's heard of Norwegian and Princess? Right? What about Sandals Resorts? Right? Well, we've actually been identified and recognized for top levels of production. Can we agree that documentation beats conversation? This is third party, right? So again, I want to really point to this consortium here. This is Travel Savers. That is a network of over 3,200 agencies. You add up all that business, it's $23 billion. We find ourselves out of those 3,200 agencies, we're not in the top 500. Vacation's not in the top 100. We actually find ourselves keeping the top 50 in production out of 1,000, y'all. The last piece is that this alphabet soup of organizations down here at the bottom, these are the industry organizations, trade organizations inside of travel. We have dotted all the I's, crossed all our T's, so we are in compliance in travel. Now today, the opportunity that you have here is pretty exciting, because you have the opportunity to actually have ownership in real estate on the internet. Here's how. About 80–85% of travel is booked through the internet, right? Who's heard of Orbitz before? Who's heard of Expedia, right? How many of y'all have booked with or know somebody who's booked on Priceline.com, right? I want to let you know, one of the things you're going to get today is your own branded Priceline-powered booking engine, y'all, where you actually now, instead of just getting a confirmation number, now you get a confirmation number and a check. That's right. In fact, I'm going to show you how simple it is to get that done. This is full participation. Everybody take your index finger, point it to the ceiling. Now point it to the screen. Point it to the ceiling. Point it to the screen. Now give yourself an applause. Congratulations. You are now trained up. You just simply point people to your own site. Look there, it's got your photo on it, your name on it, and now you can actually book flights, hotels, car rentals, cruises, vacation packages, all on your site. The difference though is that now you actually recover. Somebody say recover. You recover 65% of the commissions that you're leaving on the table right now. Okay? Now Priceline is the #1 online travel agency on earth. They are a $61 billion company. Their stock price on Friday closed at $1,174 per share. So what's great about this is that you just point people to your site, and we also have Cruise Express partnership. That's actually one of the top cruise engines worldwide. Same pricing that you would get directly on cruise lines. We give you the full percent of the commission. You actually get 65% of the commission. Number one question we get at this stage is, well, Jason, is it competitive in the marketplace? Well, the answer is absolutely yes. Let me just ask you this from a business standpoint. Can we be unknown and more expensive? How is that as a business model? That doesn't really work, right? Okay, so we would not be able to have the success we've been having, all that documentation, if we were not competitive. So today, we're not inviting you to fly on Jason's jets. Don't get on that plane. Okay? Or, Tanya's car rental service. No. If you want Hertz, you'll get Hertz. If you want Delta, you'll get Delta. Right? So if everything's equal, who will your friends and family, Jennifer, book from? Everything being equal. You, that's exactly right. Absolutely. Now, the question also becomes, if I book my own trip, my own cruise, through myself, Cassandra, would I still get paid the commission? That's what people ask, right? That's a fair question. And I'm here to tell you that if you did that, if you booked your own trip through your own site, you absolutely will get paid. But therein lies the name of the company. You will not have actually taken a vacation. You would have taken a vacation, y'all. In fact, turn to your neighbor and say, you look like you need a vacation. Turn to your everything and say, you look like you really need a vacation. Anybody ever taking some vacations? Get paid on your travel. But how about getting paid not just on the actual travel, but how about getting paid on the reasons why people are traveling, right? Who's been down to the Essence Festival? Oh my goodness, incredible time in New Orleans, right? What about, the golf events? What about, the NBA Finals and the Super Bowl and all these different experiences? People are dropping billions of dollars collectively on that. You can actually monetize that. In fact, you could actually call your favorite team your team if you get paid on. That's truly your team if you get paid on. If you don't get paid on, that's not your team. No, that's the billionaire who owns the team, right? How about getting paid on The Lion King on Broadway? Gentlemen, do you know I went down to Vegas a couple years ago for my birthday to see Mayweather fight. I'd never been to the MGM Grand Arena as many times as I've been there, and I was actually able to go in the arena and actually get a commission check for me and the fellas going to the MGM Grand Arena. But do you know what smart business is? Because I actually put the trip together for the crew, do you know I wrote that off? That was actually a business trip for me, y'all. I had to do research on Vegas. Is there anybody who'd like to do some research around the world? Yeah. Somebody say membership. Membership. Now in Vacation, you're going to have a membership club that is just incredible. Now there's no meetings that you have to go attend. These are just sitting in your back office. It's e-commerce, right? You just purchase this in your back office. And we have a couple dozen of these experiences that we put together for our partners. Now this is just for those who partner with us, right? Now, is there anybody who would be up for Hawaii 5 days, 4 nights, your accommodations taken care of, plus a rental car for $534, y'all? Somebody say aloha. Aloha. Absolutely. Mexico, Cozumel, an island off the Yucatan Peninsula of Mexico. We had this summer 4 days, 3 nights, $290, all inclusive, y'all. All inclusive, everything taken care of, your meals, your drinks, everything. Jamaica, Yaman, right? Barbados, right? Very expensive to go to Barbados. Look at this. 5 days, 4 nights for just $675, right? You will have access to a couple of dozen of these experiences that are in your back office, and you also have condos and villas that are available all around the world. Can I just get a quick show of hands for anybody who might be, and raise your hands proud now, be proud, who might be timeshare owners here in the room, right? Now, a lot of timeshare owners are trying to get out of their timeshares because of the maintenance costs. Am I right? And a lot of people who buy these timeshares, they buy 3 and 4 weeks a year. You know you can't go for 2 weeks a year. And so these properties, they sit empty in many cases. And so what a company like ours will do, we'll go to them and we'll offer like 10 cents on the dollar for the rooms. Then we'll come to our vacation partners, offer it to us for 20 cents on the dollar. That still looks like 80% off, y'all. So you end up getting places like the Azul Beach Resort. We were actually at the sister property of this twice last year, Tanya. Were we not? Twice. This property here, 5-star resort, normally you see here 8 days, 7 nights for those of you in the back, 8 days, 7 nights, normally $1,600, but because you made a savvy business decision, you go for $299, y'all. Notice I didn't say per person. Some of these properties have 2 and 3 bedrooms too. That's for the entire experience for $299. Now some people ask me, even after finding that out, they say, well, does it include the flight? No, you trying to fall off the sky? Trying to pay that pilot? No. But here, again, we're thinking like business owners this morning. Is that okay? Yeah. So here's what you do. You invite a few friends down, and you charge each one of them $300, $400 to go. And now you just took care of your flight. Do they know you paid $299? No. Now, we also have vacation sponsored experiences, right? And these are exciting places like this here. This is actually the El Dorado Royale Resort and Spa. How many of y'all have heard of Condé Nast magazine, right? Top travel magazine. They actually documented this resort as one of the top 100 properties on Earth for 2013. We were there in 2013 twice. When we were there in peak season in December, it was $450 per person per night, all inclusive. We went for 3 days and 2 nights for $299. But some of us, they extended the invitation as agents to experience the property, and they extended us a rate not of $450, but of $110 per person per night, y'all. Some of us decided to stay the week. Wasn't it a great time? Yeah. I'm telling you, here they actually grow their own food. We had actually beach butlers. If you wanted to sleep right there on these king-size beach beds, you could actually sleep there and watch the sun coming up out of that water. Unbelievable experience. This property was featured on the Real Housewives of Atlanta in this most recent season. And you know how they do it. So we did research in Mexico in December. We had to follow that up in Las Vegas in April. Anybody with us in Las Vegas who was there? This is the all all suite, 5-star, I mean, just incredible sunken living room, suite at the Venetian and the Palazzo Resort, right? And it's incredible because when I got in there, I actually saw the remote control, and it actually had 2 remotes, one for the TV and one for the drapes, y'all. 600 thread count sheets, unbelievable experience here, and normally that was a $289 a night experience. We went for $169 because we were part of vacation, y'all. That's the past. You couldn't, join us then, but we want to talk about the future. In fact, we still have a couple of spots left. We're going to be in less than 30 days from now, on the 23rd of October. 5 days, 4 nights, all inclusive on what is regarded as one of the top 5 beaches in the world for $499 all inclusive. In fact, if you are headed with us to the Barcelo in Mexico, stand up and make some noise, y'all. That is absolutely phenomenal. 5 days, 4 nights, $499. You're asking yourself at this point, how much to get started? Everybody laugh with me when we say, just to get started, it's $100 to position yourself. Laugh with me. Yeah, I mean, it's a joke, $100, and then every business has overhead. Our overhead, fortunately, is only $2 a day, right? Less than $2 a day, $59.95 per month to host and maintain the site, all your commission tracking, all the vendor and supplier relationships, everything managed for you here in the back office, including our virtual back office with Katie, who will assist you and walk you through your business. You can even decide how you want to get paid, direct deposit, Visa logo, debit card, or even paper checks. Everything is managed for you here. Tax strategies associated with having a home-based business. When you partner a travel business with these tax benefits, it makes it an absolute no-brainer to be in partnership with Vacation. So my time is up covering the travel portion of this business. I'll tell you that I did not expect for this business to do what it did for us. As Tanya mentioned, I'm a political appointee in DC. I do real estate development, large project. I got a fancy title, but the reality is I rent my job. Can anybody relate to that? Yes. It's not mine. And mine is actually politically sensitive. In fact, the mayor of the district lost in the primary in April. And 5 weeks from now, there's going to be an election for a new mayor, and his name's not on the ballot, which means in January, I may or may not have a position, right? I'm so blessed though that one, I got over my skepticism about this business and this industry, because taking the invitation and applying this information and actually doing something that my mentor told me, fixing the roof when the sun was still shining, we were able to actually build a business that's now throwing off more cash flow than that full-time job, part-time. Doing that because of partnering with incredible people like Tanya Mizell and the partners here in this room. So that's what's available to you, and the woman that I'm going to bring before you right now is an absolute dynamo inside of this industry. In fact, she's been traveling coast to coast, border to border and beyond to build this business. She really is a pioneer in the Maryland, DC, Virginia area, and I will tell you this, she actually has some incredible background documentation. Former federal government IT specialist. In fact, in DC, we have all these grades, and her grade was called GS14, and that is just an incredibly high rate of pay, over $120,000 per year. She actually was able to walk away because of this industry. She's full-time here. She actually wears the ring, signifying 6 figures of residual income and more in a calendar year of earnings. She's been helping people all across the country. She actually is the #4 income earner in all of vacation travel. Crisscrosses the globe, helps so many people position themselves. She flew down here from Maryland to be with us today. So let's welcome her. Let's welcome her. She's a regional diamond, Miss Ann Jones. Come on, Ann.
one is purse. Can you give it back up to Mr. Jason Cross for that amazing